Let's start with Coach. Who is your leading Big Ten candidate to get an expanded playoff seat? Let me guess. Who could it be?
All right, here we go. After that video, get ready.
Shocker.
I'm going to pick Ohio State.
Of course you are.
Yeah. So,
Coach.
I am going to call them the great unknown. Because here's a saucy nug for you. They're the only team in college football, and we're in October, to only play one Power 4 team.
Uh-oh.
The average point spread of the first 4 games have been 37.5 points. They were tested a little bit last week against Michigan State. They'll get tested at Iowa. Iowa's always tough, but then they go on the road to Oregon. So I'm picking the Buckeyes, most talented team in the country.
Well, I do want to shout out the Nebraska, Indiana, and Rutgers. Indiana and Rutgers both undefeated. Sure. And who knows, maybe one of those guys make a run at the playoff. I'm going to go with that Oregon Duck there, who has a seat at the playoff table right now. And again, we talked about them earlier in the show. The first couple games, they didn't look like the team that I had picked to win a national championship in the preseason. They won the first 2 games by a combined 13 points. We talked about the offensive line issues, giving up 7 sacks. But in the last 3 games, they fixed those issues. We heard Dan Lanning a little bit ago. No sacks given up in the last 3 games. They've won those games by a combined 77 points. We saw them take care of business last night against Michigan State. And really, it comes down to next week, as you said. That is a ginormous matchup in the Big Ten.
Look, I think 3 teams will get into the playoff when it's all said and done from the Big Ten. Maybe a 4th, and that maybe the 4th team would be, for me, Michigan. And I think there's a lot to still figure out about this Michigan team. I mean, look, this is not the same team that won a national championship last year, or the team that's been to the college football playoff, the only team in FBS the last 3 years. Look, we know they can run the football with the combinations of Mullings and Edwards in the back, but we know they're good defensively. They're top 15 in the country in scoring defense. It's the offense, in particular, the passing game, that's a big-time concern. And the question is whether or not Alex Orji will develop into that, or is Jack Tuttle, the quarterback who's on that roster, you keep hearing as he gets closer and closer being healthy, if he's going to add that extra spark to this offense that allows this Michigan team to be that 4th team that would get in the college football playoff.
Rob, do they not know where we are?
We are in Happy Valley,
Do they not know where we are? I got 3 teams going in, but I know one of them is going to be, we are. Bow!
Oh, with a button.
Hit the button, yeah!
We are. We are. If you applied the 12-team playoff field, they would have made it 6 times already.
Yeah.
They have the #1 rush offense in the Big Ten. They have a top 10 defense. And what I love about that travels. You can take that on the road and that travels. So I got the Penn State Nittany Lions being one of them teams out of the Big Ten making the playoffs.
You know who they got next week?
We are. We are. We are. And y'all got no love for the people. I'm a man of the people, and we love the people.
You got to say thank you. We're in Happy Valley. You got to say thank you.
I love you. Thank you, Kylie. Yes, sir.
Again,
my
the blank
God.
stares from the UCLA cheerleaders. Thank you again for showing up. Maybe next year, guys.
All the way
Maybe
from LA.
next year. All right, here's the
I got
projected
California love.
12-team playoff bracket based on the current AP poll. Bama, Ohio State,
Roll
Miami,
down.
and Bears, Iowa State Cyclones. They would have the top 4 seeds and the first-round bye if the playoff started today.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.